Hey guys, welcome back to the Leaf Collects Bugs page. Today we're going to be talking about and or showcasing my collection, my personal collection for this year. I did a tour last year. Some of you guys who are or been here for a while may have seen that one. The 2022 I posted last December. If you haven't watched it, watch that one and then watch this one, and you guys can gauge and see kind of where I've gone. But I had probably close to 100, maybe 200 specimens last year. And this year we have probably over 2,000 specimen collection. Let's dig in. We're going to be starting with our Lepidoptera section of the collection. So moving down, you can see all these butterflies here. This is mostly what we all caught this year. This is kind of, so you might have seen lots of these on the page, in fact, because especially the black swallowtail and the eastern tiger swallowtails, you would have seen those on there. Also, the Gulf Fritillaries here on the end, you would have seen these orange ones, these bright colored ones, and Viceroys. You probably saw those on the channel if you were watching. So yes, this is the butterfly section. Down here, we have some of our moths. Well, some of my favorite moths that I caught this year was this Vine Sphinx. Beautiful, beautiful animal. And then obviously one of these were my favorite moths that I received this year. This one was a gift from a friend in Utah, back where I lived. He sent me this after blacklighting for them. I caught some Carolina Sphinxes, lots of amazing species of smaller moths here, beautiful, unique species of moths. Give you the zoom there so you can see them a little bit better. We have a few stray butterflies, obviously, a Viceroy, a Queen, and a black swallowtail, but other than that, all moths still. Walnut Sphinx, beautiful animals. White Line Sphinx. I don't even know this one's species, actually. Then a couple mixes here, because I didn't have another container yet. We have 3 mantises and a bunch of stick bugs. Obviously, this is a different order. These are phasmids, and these belong to Mantodea, obviously. Some of my favorite animals are mantises, but sadly I didn't encounter too many this year. And here we have more moths right here below us. We have our Texas buck moths, which I caught November, December. I posted a few different things about them, and really didn't get too much photography of them this year, sadly. I really wish I did. And then here's a lot more small ones. These obviously super beautiful here on the left. And then these as well. I like to share the lichen moths. I did make a photography post of this one, so if you want to see a better picture, they're on my Instagram at Leaf Collects Bugs. There you guys go. Another good view. One last overall look, and that is my Lepidoptera, Mantodea, and then stick bugs. Next, we'll showcase our Hymenoptera. This is my second favorite order, most likely. There's a good big view. Obviously, it's not going to be that easy to see. We have our spider wasps and a few other predatory species of wasps up here. These look like tarantula hawks, but they're actually not. They're very, very closely related. But and they mimic tarantula hawks to avoid predators. These are all spider hawk wasps. We have some thread-waisted wasps here. The great golden digger wasp. I have a photo on Instagram of these guys. Really awesome. Then my Ichneumon wasps here. Very, very small species. Hard to see that well, but we'll go through, sort of show you some of what we got. Some of these were from Utah. This little red one here, one of my favorites, was from Utah. Lots of short-tailed wasps. More all the way down. These here were from Utah. Most of this was from Texas though this year. Really exciting. If you guys look on just random plants, you guys are likely to see some of these guys flying around on them. So here are some of my yellow jackets. I have one bald-faced hornet from Utah. I'd really like to have more in the collection, and I only saw one last year in Utah. There's a bunch more of these guys here. And then I have all my potter wasps and relatives over here. So here's some of my potter wasps. I have my mason wasps over on the right. some other fun species. I haven't even gone through and checked all the species yet on these. When I do, I will have those labels ready. Got lots of bumblebees here. Lots of new species of bumblebees. Most of these are from this year as well. These ones here are from Utah. These two here in the middle with the orange abdomen. Lots of these this year. These sweat bees are from this year. Really, really exciting. Some of these sweat bees are from Utah though. Here's some mason bees, a bunch of mason bees from Utah. Bunch of beautiful, very, very small mason bees from Utah. I used to have ants in here as well, but I just needed to make more space, so now the ants have their own box. There's some Megachilidae bees. Paper wasps, relatives. We have about 9 species here. I probably haven't even caught them all yet. So lots of paper wasps. And then we have our velvet ants at the bottom. These are wingless species of wasps, at least in the females, which have very big stingers. And in fact, the largest stinger to body ratio of any insect belongs to velvet ants and Mutilidae. Then, last but not least, cuckoo wasps over here, and I caught all these this year. Beautiful, beautiful cuckoo wasps, and I have photos of these on my Instagram as well. Check those out to get a better look. Some of those, and obviously I'll try and post them next year as well. Orthoptera. Lots of these pallid wing grasshoppers. I caught lots of those in Utah, but most of what we have here is from Texas. This grasshopper with the heart is a Say's grasshopper. Also a pallid wing grasshopper, but it has a really cool unique heart on the thorax. So obviously a really cool specimen to have around. This is Orthoptera, like I said, so that's going to be grasshoppers, crickets, and katydids. Here's some of my katydids. Most of these are from this year in Texas, but this particular specimen is from Utah, caught by my cat, one and only, bug collecting pro. Differential grasshoppers, got a lot of those this year. Lots of new Schistostra. Anything in Schistostra is all new this year for me. So, lots and lots of fun catching grasshoppers this year. Another fun thing to show off, mole crickets. These guys are awesome. Have another one over here. Rare to see, but when I do see them, I try and catch them every time because they're really exciting to share about. Really interesting animals. And now we're going on to my favorite order, the one I'm most excited to talk about and share with you. Beetles, Coleoptera. So I have them organized by ground beetles, all kind of in this area. We have lots of cool species. We have obviously the caterpillar hunters, one of the most beautiful beetles in the United States. He's a super, super awesome. Caught 2 of these this summer. Some ground carabids, these all from Utah. These 3 here below the caterpillar hunters. All the caterpillar hunters were from this year. All these warrior beetles, amazing, awesome beetles were from this year. Lots of these amazing ground beetles were from this year. These are Bombardier beetle mimics. These 2 in the middle, the orange thoraxes. Caught those recently actually. And then we have a bunch of my small ones. Some of my small ones are honestly some of the coolest ones that we have here in the collection. So, take a look at those. We got some Lebia here. Very, very small bugs. But there's the ground beetles. Another awesome group of beetles we ended up catching this year were tiger beetles. This was the first time I've been able to encounter tiger beetles in my life, and it was so fun. These guys are really hard to catch, but they're really worth it in the end because most of them are beautiful. These are L. Cincedella sexugata here on the bottom, the green and blue. Then we have a few other ones, or punctulata or whatever. We have a lot of Cincedella. Various patterns, so it was hard to decipher on some of the species, but I think there's probably 3 or 4 species in all of those. And then we have Tetraca carolina, a beautiful species of tiger beetle. And like obviously this video doesn't do it justice, so check out the Instagram because I did post a photo of it as well. Awesome, tiger beetles. Every aquatic beetle here besides this one specimen there was from Utah. That's the only one from Utah. All of these, Texas, especially these big ones. These ones I caught not too long ago actually, and I did post a couple times about them because they're so awesome. And then here's some really pretty diving beetles. These are all predatory little beetles here. And so that's a small little group there. Next we have our blister beetles. Nice little group. My favorite one, or find this year, obviously being this one on the left, a tarantula hawk mimic or spider hawk mimic of sorts. Spiny poppy blister beetle. Then we have various other species and one that I still don't know, which is this one there in the middle right here. This one I do not know yet at all. It's kind of just a mystery. I've had it for a while, but I still don't know what it is. And we have the striped blister beetles here, which are really pretty, and then a couple here at the end. So next we have our fungus beetles and ladybugs. We have a lot of these. Most of these are from Utah, but we got a lot this year from Texas, so pretty fun stuff. A bunch of new species, the Asian lady beetles obviously, and then we have more fungus beetles up here, and some leaf beetles, flea beetles, and this is a group of beetles I don't know really where they go, mainly because they're so small. Some of them have families, and they're families that aren't affiliated with the rest of them, so they're just kind of all together because they don't have enough specimens to kind of make a group. Have leaf beetles up here, really awesome. Got this specimen at school, and this one was the only one I saw in like March. So really interesting. I only saw one of them because I assumed I'd see more. There's my rove beetles. I have my weevils. Everybody loves weevils. We have circulo weevils, which are the walnut and acorn weevils, which are the ones that have the fun snoots. And then we have a few other weevils, these really cool red ones, and that about sums up the weevils there. Next we'll move on to our Trogonidae and then our one burying beetle. That's a small little group. These guys here. That's all I have really to show for that, but hide beetles are really cool and I want to catch more of these, and obviously I want to catch more burying beetles. We have two glowing click beetles, one sent by a friend and then one I caught myself, or one of my friends actually caught and gave to me, but it was here in Texas. Click beetles, and then we have our checker beetles here. Lots of beautiful colorations on these. Then we have Buprestidae. We don't have very many, but we do have a couple good specimens, including this one here, and then this one on the end, but it's kind of hard to see with this lighting. Then we have fireflies and glowworm beetles. These guys are awesome. Have fun little eyelashes, as people like to call them, but this actually isn't an eyelash beetle, just a glowworm beetle. And so that's the first beetle box. If you guys thought that was all of it, you are incorrect. Here's the next section. We have our darkling beetles here. These are mostly from Utah, actually. You'd think that I'd caught more beetles here in Texas, but nope. Most of these darkling beetles in this entire collection are from Utah. These ones here are from Texas, and we have the three-ribbed darkling beetle here, also from Texas, which is actually a really cool find from this year. But other than that, actually these two are also, these three here on the end are actually from Texas as well. Other than that, that's all those darkling beetles, and some of these are obviously not US natives. These were ones that I was doing some pinning on a while back. These were from Etsy, ethically sourced, and so I was just kind of playing around. These were actually from a friend of mine. And then this is best beetles, which I did catch this year. These are inside of logs, especially moist, rotten logs. You break those open, you can find these guys. And normally you'll find a few of them together because they're social beetles, which is really cool. This is my favorite box so far, what we got. This male was a gift. These three are from Arizona and were gifts. Obviously, I have never lived in Arizona. This was a gift, but other than that, most of these were mine. Actually, this one too, Rutella scarab. This one was also a gift. But yeah, so we have ourselves these grapevine scarabs, which are really cool. I caught these around Mayish. The June beetles are all from Utah, the 10-line June beetles. These aren't here in Texas. My dung beetle section, which I'd love to make even bigger. These are all invasive, but they are still cool to look at, and they're probably my biggest dung beetle in the collection so far. We have lots of Onthophagus dung beetles, so lots of people like to see those. Then we have some of these small ones here. Canthon. And yeah, there's as well dung beetles. These two were actually gifts here on the end too.
so I'm not even sure 100% yet on the species. This one here was a gift, but exceeding that, these were all found around November, December by me. Scarabs, these were all found in the summertime black lighting. These particular ones were found in October. What's really cool is that these are day active, and they also don't fly. These were all flower scarabs I found. These guys here too, earlier May, probably. But yeah, then also this one, I love this one. Female ox beetle. I was given the male, but I did find this one here in Texas while I was fishing, and it was awesome. That's the scarab box, and we only have one more beetle box, so. This is the longhorn box, or Cerambycidae. We have these guys, Maladon dasytomus. These guys were all found in the summer this year. Super awesome. These are probably my biggest longhorns and some of the best finds of this year. These here were from Utah, this gender pair of longhorns. These were from here, hickory wood borers. Then we have all these guys up here. Lots of small ones. This is the smallest longhorn I have in the collection. This tiny one there. And then we have a bunch of these guys here. Caught these recently, around maybe September. It's not like terribly long ago. This one here is endemic to Texas. I forgot the species name, but really, really cool beetle. And then flower longhorns. And then these are obviously not native species. I have a cicada as well. These are just because I was condensing my collection, like I said, and I had to make more room. Eventually these will get their own place. This is the biggest weevil I have, but it's not native. This is a bamboo weevil, but really, really cool. The ant box is mixed with a couple of my hemipterans, but not all of them, just my toe biters and my water scorpion. These are Belostoma toe biters, and the larger toe biters are Lethoceras ulceri. This water scorpion is not a native, it's just one that I purchased. And then these all Camponotus, we have a bunch of those. We have Procomyrmex barbatus, lots of other small ants. We have the elongated razor jaw ant now. We have a lot of carpenter ants up here, as you can see. Camponotus sansvinus, have a couple of those. So yeah, pretty good selection of ants. Definitely I could have collected more this year because I saw a lot more species, but I didn't collect them at the time. I don't know why. Definitely should have. But that's the ants summed up, and then also these toe biters. We are digging into Neuroptera. This is one of my favorite orders, especially because they're so diverse, though they have a bunch of different, like, various species, but they all just look so different. What we got here are mantis flies. This is my only mantis fly from Utah here in the top left corner. The rest were all caught this year here in Texas, which is really cool. Then I have my lacewings, my owl flies, ant lions. Right here. There's some more owl flies. These are awesome, awesome animals. I love them so much. Catch these guys at nighttime when you're blacklighting. I have one single snake fly that I caught earlier this year in Texas, and I haven't seen another one since. So I've sort of just kept really good care of this one. Right here, we have the cicadas. I only caught one cicada in Utah. That one right there. In a Walmart bathroom while I was at work, because that's where I used to work back in Utah, I was at Walmart. And so, new fun fact about me, and also fun fact about cicadas. Right here we got our dog day cicadas. We have a few Megatiscibin species. We have Megatiscibin resh, and then we have another one here. I forgot what that one was. And then we have Neotiscibin lyric cicada. Really, really beautiful. It was the only one I caught this year. It was abnormally black, and I thought it was dead. Then I picked it up and realized it was still alive, had some life left. And I was like, oh, it's a new species. We have some hieroglyph cicadas. Lots of awesome stuff. And then mesquite cicadas. So there's the cicada box. The next box here is Hemiptera. What we got here are leaf-footed bugs. Everybody here, leaf-footed bugs. These are some of my larger species of leaf-footed bugs. These are really, really cool. Acancephala terminalis. That's what most of these are. Then we have our other leaf-footed bugs, mesquite bugs, and relatives down here. And then we have shieldback bugs, stink bugs, basically, all along here. We have L-shoe stink bugs, brown marmorated stink bugs, these pointy ones over here on the right. milkweed bugs, box elder bugs and relatives, and we have more like that, elm seed beetles. Then we have some of our smaller ones here. We have a little back swimmer. It's actually a aquatic hemipteran. Then we got thorn hoppers, plant hoppers, tree hoppers, lots of fun stuff. And then water skimmers, which are what you see skating on the water when you go to like little ponds or lakes. So that's a little Hemiptera box for you. And while that was the Hemiptera box, this is the rest of the Hemiptera. If you thought I was done, you are incorrect. We have even more. North American wheel bugs, definitely my favorite find in Hemiptera this year. So largest terrestrial Hemipteran. Then we have our kissing bugs, which was really, really cool to find. Lots of assassin bugs. This is basically all my assassin bugs. Bee assassins, which are also really pretty and cool, Apiomeris. And then, of course, the ambush bugs. They have little praying mantis feet on the front, little arms, so they can ambush and catch their prey. They wait on the flower petals, they look like flower petals, and then they'll reach out and grab whatever lands, and you'll see them eating sometimes, which is also really cool. I see lots of assassin bugs while they're eating, so it's really fun. That's the assassin bug box. One of the last boxes I'm showcasing tonight are dragonflies. These are all skimmers from Utah. They're at the top, and then we work our way down. We have this one here is from Texas. Flame skimmers, these are from Utah. Anax genius, common green darner. These are from Utah and Texas. We have a couple Utah and Texas ones. The Halloween pennant, orange and spotted wing. And then we have our damselflies here at the bottom. I didn't catch that many this year. I was more attracted to night bug collecting and using black lights and stuff like that. So a little bit distracted from these guys, but still really cool animals. There's the Autonata box. Here's our random miscellaneous box. Occasionally I will pin spiders and stuff the abdomens. That's what we did on a couple of these wolf spiders, and it was actually successful, so that's really fun that we figured out something to work with that. We have obviously these big 6-7 inch centipedes here. Scolopendra heros, brown recluse, black widow spider I stuffed or attempted to stuff. It doesn't look great, but it's there. Now, a couple of really cool species of harvestmen, and then we have a couple scorpions down there. We have freshwater crabs, long-jawed orb weavers. That is their fangs there. You can see they're very long-jawed, hence the name. And I have one little camel spider this year that I caught. There's that. Not really like what I normally collect. So, and then I really don't recommend pinning spiders unless you're really gonna stuff them, because their abdomens will shrivel up and they will look like crap. Yeah. While this is one of the most underrated orders, I'm gonna show you why you need to love them. First of all, these are some awesome little flies from Utah that mimic bees. Bunch of flies. Obviously, now we're here. I'm talking about flies. Talking about Order Diptera. Di as in two, and Ptera as in winged. Two winged insects. So these are all just two winged insects, except for this one here at the end. I didn't have room, so our Dobson flies in this one. One of my best finds this year was the black horsefly. Found it in school, and I collected it and brought it home. This one also probably my biggest favorite find of the year, and Diptera. The Beelzebub bee killer, a bee mimic that kills bees and eats them. It's a robber fly. It's just like this giant prairie robber fly here in front of me. And it's also one of my favorite finds of the year. And Diptera is so awesome and unique. Lots of different looks, styles. These are Midas flies here, if you're wondering what these larger flies were. We have a couple other Midas fly species, including this one there. And I might have another one, not sure. Maybe it's just those two species. But lots of robber fly species caught this year, and Texas was the first place I saw them. So every robber fly in here I caught this year was from Texas. So all these are new. You guys haven't seen these in the collection before. This is another really cool species, little orange one. Yeah, so like I said, these are from Utah, and I feel like I should show you guys these. Awesome, beautiful, like golden rainbow abdomen animals. Like, while some people just see flies or hear about flies and they think, oh, just a house fly. No, there is a huge variety of flies, and lots of them even pollinate like bees. So They don't pollinate in the same way, obviously, but they do pollinate, and so they are useful in that way as well. Lots of bee imitating flies also. I feel like I should show you this one here as an example. Huffer flies and aphid eaters, I think is what this one is. Yeah, they mimic bees. So, yep, that's the Diptera. Probably spent a good while talking about those, so that's the end of this box. Last but not least, earwigs. Everybody knows kind of what earwigs are. Most of these are from Utah, actually. These tawny earwigs. And then lots of these here on the bottom are from Texas. Most of the ones on the bottom are from Texas and the rest are from Utah. That's sort of the dynamic with that. But I think I have like 2 main species of earwigs in here. There aren't that impressive of a thing to collect here in my area. So, I mean, I collect them sometimes when I see them, but most times I just leave them be. And normally I'm focused on collecting something else. But yeah. Hey guys, this kind of sums up the video. We've kind of gone through most of the stuff in the collection, except for cockroaches, which are taped up right now. I don't really have anything impressive in there to show you, really just the American cockroach and a couple other species you may have already seen in your own house and stuff like that. They were at my school, so I collected most of those specimens actually at my school, because I don't really have them at my house. But yeah, I just wanted to make one last side note. Thank you to all of my new supporters, because we went up from less than 100 subscribers to almost 600 this year, and on YouTube, and then on Instagram we went from about 100 followers to almost 5,000. Big jump, and you guys' support has meant everything, and it's been able to be what's gotten me a lot of cool connections in the bug community here on Instagram. Lots of photographers, lots of people that I like to talk to and relate with. So you guys gave me a big gift this year, and I just wanted to thank you guys here at the end of this 2023 bug tour to show you guys my appreciation. And yeah, you guys deserve some recognition, so there you guys go. Comment down below if you've been here since the beginning, because I know some of you guys used to comment on every one of my videos. But yeah, if you guys like the collection, definitely drop a like, subscribe if you're new, because all your support means everything. And of course, we're trying to get up to 1,000 subs on YouTube, sort of the goal for upcoming in the beginning of this new year. So 1,000 subs on YouTube, maybe we could even hit 10K on Instagram, maybe get another 5K. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, appreciate you all, and I'll see you guys in the next one.